Okay, daily review. Adjunct Joe from quarantine. Well, we're not quarantined, but you know what I mean. From this crazy time. Let me get seated more properly here. Let's see. The light could be better too. All right, there we go. Is that coming in all right? All right, that's good. Today, I'm going to do, since everybody has so much time, I'm suggesting that you watch an old HBO show called Treme. I don't know if a lot of people watched it. People are always talking about The Wire and The Sopranos and, I mean, what is it, 1998? What am I talking about? People are talking about, like, they talk about a lot of other HBO shows, Deadwood, and then the more current ones. But I feel like Treme gets kind of left behind, mainly because it doesn't have tons and tons of stars in it. Even though there's some famous people in it, but I think that it just kind of didn't catch on in the same way because it's not about murder and stuff. It's about people like rebuilding their lives after Hurricane Katrina down in New Orleans. And what I love about it is that it isn't about murder and stuff like that, although there's a few people die, but it's mainly about like culture and food and music, and every episode has all these real musicians in it and singing and dancing and everything's happening and all this culture, and it plus a side of culture, the Mardi Gras Indians, which I did not know really about very much, but in a lot of ways New Orleans is the most American city because it was a huge port, so all different types of people mixed there in food and culture, and then things originated. Like the guitar is a West African gourd instrument, and then like came over from the slave trade and all this stuff. And then we get the blues, and then we get this cuisine from people from the islands and stuff. Oh, it's just amazing. There's so many little aspects of it that are nice and different. Is basically what I'm saying. It's not the same old like this guy murdered and raped this person. We got to find out who it was. So some of the stars are Candy Alexander. She's probably my favorite in there. Rob Brown. I don't really know who that is. Kim Dickens. John Goodman's in it for a bit. Michael Husseyman. He was in Game of Thrones, I believe. Melissa Leo. Wendell Pierce. He's a big deal in this show. He helped produce it and stuff. David Morse. You know him. Steve Zahn is a major character. India Mengla. John Seda, Chris Coy, so lots of people there. Started in 2010 and went till 2003. The thing that's annoying is that they gave it they let it land, like it wasn't popular really. So then after season 3, they were like gave them a few episodes to land the plane, as they say, but it's not a full season. It's just a couple of episodes, and one of them's really good. The last episode's really good, but overall, it's like it's not. It would have been nice to probably just either plan on ending it at 3 or having another full season. I don't know, might have made more sense. But there's 36 episodes total, so it's doable. You can bend it in. I mean, you can binge it in one lockdown period. Anyway, I think it's got the greatest opening to any TV show I've ever seen. The cold open of the first episode of the pilot is just like, I am on board. I use it in class all the time because it's all slang and colloquialisms and fast talking, and no one sits down and says anything directly. A lot of tons of close-up shots, mostly a trailer, like when you're establishing stuff, they have what's called establishing shots, which they tell you in film school are like a wide shot that's like, oh, it's Elaine's apartment, boom, 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 now we know we're at Elaine's. That's an establishing shot. But you don't have to use wide shots. In fact, that's like kind of lame. Close-ups showing the details is more fascinating and can be even more rewarding for the audience and interesting. So you slowly piece together and you go, oh, this is going to be like a mosaic of storytelling. Like, this is what we can expect. This type of like little bits from here and there, and and then it all comes together to weave the masterful tapestry that is the American dream. Not all that made sense, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, the opening scene is great. It's got everything you want, and the first time you watch it, you'll go, what the fuck, what just happened? What was everybody just talking about? And then after a while, you go, and once you get into the show, you go back, you watch it, this is pretty amazing. Very mature. All of it's very mature. They don't just like put tits in it, Like it's like the opposite end of Game of Thrones. Like, nobody gets beheaded. There aren't tits in every scene. There aren't like crazy special effect. The greatest special effect is eliciting a human emotion, which is, deeply felt. The last episode of season 1 is like the best fucking episode of anything. Brings me to tears every time I see it, and I won't spoil it for you because I really do think you should check this show out. I don't really want to say too much more about it. Actually, I just want to kind of remind people that it's out there. And you loved The Wire. Everybody loves The Wire. This is the same guys, David Simon and Eric Overmyer. So, like, if you like that, trust me, you will like this. Give it a little bit of a chance, but you will find a character you can relate to. Like, I could relate to the Steve Zahn character. That was the one I was like, oh yeah, that would be me in this situation. He's just kind of a DJ and wannabe musician who like thinks he's OG by staying there, even though everything gets fucked up for him. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I don't know what else to say. I started watching Angry Video Game Nerd. He's a popular YouTube personality who's been going for like, in 11 or 12 years or something. And he's super funny. I think that's probably why not only is he talking about more interesting things, editing his videos, and he's just super funny. He swears a lot, and it's super fun. Like, it's, Odie, will you stop fucking whistling? I'll kill you. I'll fucking eat you. But, like, I just want to try and do that more, like a bit more swearing. Okay, I'm just gonna, this will be the shortest review for the longest content. But, maybe I'll just like go live later and just have a online hangout. Won't bow. Don't know how. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.